Have I ever told you guys the time that Jeff Bezos bought my husband a car? Actually, it was my KDP royalties. But in this video, I just want to share some inspiration because there's so many videos online that say, like, you can make $100,000 a month. The people who have made those videos typically have not generated those type of results. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that because I think that we need to be inspired by what others have done before us, right? And so people that have done $100,000 a month, most of them are not publishing YouTube videos. And if they are, drop a link to their channel in the chat because I also find a lot of inspiration from people that are taking their book income stream machines to new heights. In this video, I want to share a little bit of background because the first month on Amazon KDP, I made $18.19. I took that royalty, I took $15 of that, and I turned on ads and was able to generate $89 in sales, or I think it was $112 my first month on Amazon ads, which was February of 2022. From that, the next month, I was able to make $89 of royalty, which I put back into ads. And by the third month, I crossed $1,000. My ad spend at that time was around $225. So I had such a great margin. I had the decision on what I wanted to do. Was I going to put the money back into the ads? Was I going to actually help my family out? Like there was a lot of decisions. And talking to my spouse, you guys wouldn't believe this, but we had been married 10 or 9 years at this time, and we only had one vehicle. This is how we were bootstrapping. We had one rental property that I actually was my primary residence before I met my spouse. And then we rented for a long time with one vehicle. And then we bought another house for us to live in. And so we had more houses than cars, which was crazy. But it worked for us because we want to focus on assets, like appreciating assets, which guess what? Books are appreciating assets. So after 6 months, I was able to spend $2,000 and make $5,000. And what happened is it was in July of 2022, and then in August I made 3,000, and then in September I made 4,000. So that generated an extra $7,000 or $8,000 that we weren't used to. And so it was kind of like, you know what? This is a chance to actually get ahead. That wasn't enough for a rental property yet, so we decided to buy a vehicle for cash. My husband found, I actually have a picture of it because I think Jeff Bezos launched a truck line. So when this video says like Jeff Bezos bought us a truck, a lot of people might think it's something different, but I actually, let me pull up my phone. This is like, I don't know, maybe it's 20 years old. It had 90,000 miles on it, which was like amazing, right? Let me just show you again. On the back of here, it had a sticker like a Bob the Builder, like a plumber. We bought it from a plumber that passed away. His wife just like held on to it for a long time. And we were able to just get ahead by having a second vehicle. And we were able to pay cash for it. It was $4,500. And that changed our life. So while I haven't made $100,000 a month yet from my KDP royalties, I love sharing those quick wins of like, that came from not giving up after making $18. So for those of you that have told me you've made $7 this month, that's more than $0, right? And as long as you don't quit, you can move forward and see results. Now, I'm not anyone special. I'm just someone that is helping other people on their journey. And so I just want to share that inspiration with you so you understand what is kind of required, because even the people that are doing 100K per month with Amazon KDP, it didn't happen to them overnight. And many of them have multiple pen names and multiple genres that they're publishing in. And we actually don't know the ad spend amount. And that has been a big controversy in the marketing and making money online space for a long time, because you could come across someone that says that they have made $1 million in their business And then you ask them, how did you do it? And they're like, I used Facebook ads. And you're like, how much did you spend in Facebook ads? And they're like, $950,000. That means they only net profited $50,000. For a long time, I used to be on that side of like, oh yeah, you didn't do the thing. But like generating any type of revenue in a business is a big deal. And so now I'm over here on this side that's like, you know what? Kudos for you for trying and not giving up. And like, if your next goal is to have more profit margin, more power to you. So when it comes to book ads, I like to have the profit margin because I want to be able to scale things. And I never would have been able to help my family buy our little, let me pull it up again because it's the best. I should show you some pictures of the inside. It is kind of loud and it's only seats 3. And so my husband will take the kids with him to run errands and like we can't go as a family, but he goes grocery shopping, he'll put some of the groceries in the utility things. Anyways, it has changed our life and I am so grateful for that. And I know that more abundance will come to me because I'm exercising gratitude for what we have, right? Like it's not a $50,000 vehicle. I would actually like to have more rental properties under our belt, under our portfolio before we spend that much money on a vehicle. I take the same approach with my KDP account where I want to bootstrap as much as possible so I don't lose, I don't go upside down in my journey. If you are running ads and you're spending more than you're earning, I want to let you know that there's actually a better way. And part of that is by doing some deeper market research on some less competitive niches where there is not a demand to turn on ads. Some ads, it's the cost per click is dependent on the category that you're publishing in. And so some people, right when they start publishing, they already have negative like things against them because they picked a category that you're gonna have to spend. You're gonna have to spend to like compete. And examples of that is like some of the mindset space is really expensive to compete in. So as I've said previously, like gearing up to make money on Amazon KDP, one of the best ways to do it is by focusing on categories that are less saturated. And so when you're able to do that, you can start getting organic sales. The $18 that I made the first month was just validation to go in on that niche. So if you haven't made any money on Amazon yet, I want you to continue to publish. I want you to kind of study what the customer wants. And once you have those $7, when you make that first $7, it was like so cool because you're not driving around delivering groceries to anybody. It's something you can typically do on your own, and it can be like a side income thing, which is really powerful. So let me know what questions you have about self-publishing, how I can help you on your journey. I've been able to create 6 figures from this income stream. It has changed my life, and now my goal is like to help. I'd love to help 10,000 families just like have this skill set to self-publish. And I actually have a free training coming up. I would love to invite you. I will put the link just below. Oops, sorry, just below. And this is live, so it's really fun to be able to get together and talk about self-publishing and just have our eyes open for us to like just imagine what it would be like if you had that extra $4,500, right? Like it allowed us to buy a vehicle and give us more freedom for transportation, but then also gave us enough to reinvest to keep going hard on ads. So I love you. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.